Hello there, from Star Television in Freetown. I'm Leonora Jawara with the National News Bulletin. And these are the headlines. The Sierra Leone Bar Association has launched a handbook on electoral laws and processes, which also serves as a civic education tool for electorates towards fostering credible elections. As part of his campaign trail, the presidential flag bearer of the National Grand Coalition, Alhaji Dr. Kande Yumkela, takes the message of governance reform and non-violence election to Gambia District. The director of Sierra Leone Fats International Trading and Mining Company Limited, Madam Fatmata Kamara, calls for support to the mining industry in a bid to help develop the economic trend that is affecting Renita village in Yoni Chiefdom. And in sports, the Yuansen football team, a Premier League club based in Western area, has signed Abdullah Kalokaba as the head coach of the team after John Kista resigned 1 week ago. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. A handbook on electoral laws and processes, which also serves as a civic education tool for electorates towards fostering credible elections, has been launched by the Sierra Leone Bar Association at the British Council Auditorium in Freetown. Ryder Sise was there and she felt in this report.
As a way of participating meaningfully towards a credible and peaceful elections, the Sierra Leone Bar Association, in its knowledge with support from the United Nations Development Programme (UNDP) and Canada Aid, has published and launched a handbook on electoral laws and processes as a guide towards the 2018 elections and beyond. Dilating on the importance of the handbook on electoral laws and processes, the president of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, Rhoda Soufiane Kabununi, said the handbook will serve as a civic education tool to promote awareness among citizens in a very simplified form on the various laws governing the electioneering process. She added that it is also mandatory to provide legal representation in the electoral court and advisory services to the most vulnerable and marginalized persons during elections.
I'll briefly explain what each component is about. Of course, the handbook, which will also be launching today, will act, we hope, as a guide to all stakeholders, and we assist to inform and equip citizens to get a better understanding of their rights and responsibilities during electoral processes. Amidst the plethora of laws governing elections, it may not always be easy or simple for the ordinary Sierra Leonean to understand his or her legal rights and responsibilities and that of other stakeholders in the bid to ensure that we all play our parts in making the electoral processes free, fair, and credible.
While launching the handbook on electoral laws and processes, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Honorable Justice Abdoulaye Cham, stated that the laws highlighted in the handbook on elections are well simplified and understandable, and he added it is solely made to assist Sierra Leoneans to be aware and comply to the laws in order to promote credible and fair elections.
These laws, however, are drafted in legal or legalistic language that the ordinary man with average education normally finds difficult to understand and thus apply properly. Given the centrality of elections in the governance structure, it is imperative that the whole spectrum of laws and electoral processes should be simplified for the ordinary man to understand and appreciate and thus be able to make informed decisions. During the electioneering process, citizens have the right to vote and to be voted for, and these rights are contained in acts of parliament that these citizens ought to be aware of. They need to know that there are laws that govern their rights and should know the laws that govern such rights during elections that is applicable to our jurisdiction. It is in this light of this that the judiciary, under my leadership in November have expeditious aid for the electoral process not to be stalled or delayed.
Reiterating on the relevance of the handbook on electoral laws and processes, fostering towards a peaceful and credible conduct of the 2018 elections, the chairman of Political Parties Registration Commission, PPRC, Justice Patrick Hamilton, emphasized that the said handbook will not only be beneficial to common Sierra Leoneans, but he noted it will also serve as an impressive guidance for political parties to be aware of the laws governing elections and the necessary legal steps to be taken on any issues relating to elections malpractices. Making various contributions by different electoral bodies on how they will foster a free, fair, credible and a conducive atmosphere in the 2018 elections, the Inspector General of Police, Richard Moibe, disclosed that mechanisms have been put in place to frown on anything that will undermine the integrity of the police force and the credibility of the forthcoming elections. The Commissioner of the National Electoral Commission, NEC, Infa Ali Conte, has rendered commitment and assurance to conduct a peaceful and fair elections. He went on to applaud the Sierra Leone Bar Association for a profounding venture on the publication and launch of the handbook on electoral laws and processes, as it is a progressive move towards the upcoming elections. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Waida Sisay.
Now, as part of his campaign trail, the presidential flag bearer of the National Grand Coalition, Alhaji Dr. Kande Yumkela, on Friday took the message of governance reform and non-violence election to Cambia district, with thousands of indigents hearkening to the call of inclusion and joining others to wake up to the new reality. Ali Sonta Kamara takes up the story.
As part of his campaign trail, the presidential flag bearer of the National Grand Coalition, Alhaji Dr. Kande Yumkela, on Friday took the message of governance reform and election peace to Cambia district, with thousands of indigents hearkening to the call of inclusion and joining others to wake up to the new reality. Before making a touchdown at Bamolima, the presidential flag bearer of the Rainbow Party had generated thousands of supporters from nearby villages, where he passed through, briefly sharing his views about his look on governance reforms. Addressing his fellow countrymen, women and children in the glare of community elders and youth leaders at Bamoiluma, Dr. Yumkela said respect for youth means providing them with good jobs, which is what he believes his party is poised to actualize upon winning. He admonished the frantic crowd to come out in their numbers on polling day and to stay around after voting to be sure that nothing fishy goes on.
All kinds of baru, all kinds of juju, they don't have win. Born in this country. Not tell my way papa na the chief na this country. In mama and papa na chief na this country. Then say me not to Saloma. Una go agree? Not so we all get salo. Not so we all get salo. Not so them kind of tabaruya bring one at this country. We not agree for that again. But me I get hope. I get hope say the judge the way they no say mistake they don't do before. When they pull the vice president, international court and say, it's not correct. Me no say them judge they care about Salon. Anything they send before them, then they talk for the sake of Salon, not to so. Then you want to say una plaba, let them go to when they can't hear una give them go there. No plaba. We NGC will not want confusion. But that day for election, una come like man and woman. Una line up from early morning. Say today we vote man. And when una don't vote, una not go foul. Because APC one rogue. They don't afraid we. Una sit down at the area. Then for come to that una vote. And for come today, una not move. Say una see say una don't win.
At Mambolo, Rukupur and Cambia town, similar messages on governance reforms and peace among all during campaign, on polling day and post-election periods reached the peasant farmer, the conservative up-countryman, the fishmonger, the steel bender, the bike rider, the sick, the strong and the valiant who yearns for change. The turnout in all the towns and villages were unprecedented, counting the newness of a 3-month-old political party. For Star TV News, Ali Kamara reporting.
You're still watching the news bulletin here on Star Television Network, Channel 21. Now, the director of Sierra Fat International Trading and Mining Company Limited, Madam Fatmata Kamara, has called on stakeholders and the paramount chief of Ronita village in Yoni Chiefdom to give support to the mining industry in a bid to help develop the economic trend that is affecting the chiefdom. She made this statement during a wonder meeting held with stakeholders in the chiefdom. Elton John compiled this report, read by Sienna Wright.
Speaking at the one-day meeting of the official signing agreement of the new mining company limited called Sierra Fat International in Ronieta village, Yoni Chiefdom, on the mining of bauxite, the director of Sierra Fat International Trading and Mining Company Limited said that the stakeholders in the Yoni Chiefdom should give them huge support so that they will help to develop the chiefdom. As Madam Fatmata Kamara highlighted some of the achievements, the chiefdom will benefit if the stakeholders, landowners and the paramount chief cooperate with the company.
Well, the meeting over there called Ronita, the meeting open at the paramount chief for sign paper, the agreement paper for the bauxite in Sona and paramount chief. At the meeting over today. The story boku, but the car from Kurumi friend there. For car friend now, people they meeting for say they want bauxite. It's starting now for buy. Now, when they know say they know they sell bauxite, they plan for carbon mining. They are only them process they talk for complete 3 years to 4 years. I didn't have the process. So the car can only banana for car now for it. If they are able to get the fine bauxite in the country, or when they able to gain a market for sell, we possibly they can. Well, the talk when them talk because the paramount chief they have 2 meetings today. But he tell me say after this meeting today, come for committee back and go rocks. He don't agree for sign the paper, for let the Bushon Arak sign it.
So let's make it decide how this mining coming at this area, not other areas then.
Well, they see the struggle in the area, the sufferer for the commanded, the people they okay their land, and we back. I think they want for let the party all side people that make all the business in the country able to get developed for the one no land, but when you get job, you able to survive. So now you make account and I only banner about 10 places at the work.
Musa S. Koromar, business consultant of the Sierra Fat International Trading and Mining Company, noted that the documents will be in favor of the chiefdom because mining is a trade that can help to create job opportunities for the youth in the chiefdom and also improve on trade and education. He urged the paramount chief, community stakeholders to cooperate with the company to settle down in the chiefdom and perform mining. He further stated that the bauxite in the Yoni chiefdom will be helpful to the nation.
The purpose for the meeting today actually now for pass sign land agreement with the stakeholders then. And that's actually the purpose of the meeting today. The document actually now deal with the other stakeholders than at this meeting today. They deal with the paramount chief. Because the paramount chief don't hold on to this document for almost 2 months. And instead they cross-examine the document clause by clause. If they satisfied with the document together with in team, according to what the speaker say, then it will get for end up for signer. But today, because of other busy schedule, the paramount chief in another meeting. But if they kindly ask where the meeting progress, after today's meeting, then we will try for conclude with the cross-examination of the documents, then they will sign a letter with the landowners.
On his part, Mustafa Koromar, chairman of the youth of Roneta village, said that Madam Fatmata Kamara has struggled a lot with the project, so he appealed to his colleagues to help her to achieve their desire by signing the document. He also said that the standard of living in Sierra Leone is very difficult, but he believed the establishment of the company will help aid their need in the districts and Sierra Leone as a whole.
Madam Fatmata, it starts for Camp Nayonia in charge of, by God's power, me and some of my brothers there. Now, from that time, God make this family begin to carry ask me for this project. Anyway, God make we will direct some people then come surveillance and cast surveillance and see what he need for look for. During then 2013, From then up to this time, it is spent to government, go office to office for ask everything. We serve as any information, we can give you at least when they come, we can talk to people and say, this land, that land they all get. Some of the elders, they don't get this land, they don't push them. From the starting of, the way will be small, up to this time now we know more. When you don't know today, then say, look, the rest cup now 1,200 euros will be buying now. So instead of them say they be, yes, farming now will all they do, but at least if this money come do their kind of development there, you have allow the CFA at least for now we able support this money, Madam Fatmata Kamara. If God make this development take place, this fat mining coming, at least one they live under this money in Bana. Because coming job, not to one great motor man property, not to one great person property. Any salary right man, then put better, then put chance for assist. I like now 500,000. Able to get them buy that for you. You don't enjoy. You will feed your papa and your mama.
He maintained that this project will run for a period of 3 years and the chiefdom will benefit from the Seraphat International Trading and Mining Company Limited. Compiled by Hilton John, Sienna Wright reporting.
And now let's turn our attention to sports as the UANC football team, a Premier League club based in the Western area, has signed Abdullah Kalogaba as the head coach of the team after John Kista resigned 1 week ago. Hilton John, a sports correspondent, has all the details.
Thanks to Elena Jawa for sporting news. We start to the local team when FC UANC football team have signed former East Lion Central Parade and Maram Pastor head coach Abdullah Kaloga as the new coach for UANC. It's going to be recalled that for the past 3 weeks, the former head coach of the UANC football team, John Kista, resigned his position, but according to the management of the team, they have signed Abdullah Kaloga, known as Coach Kaloga. Well, in the studio, I have Coach Kaloga for us to talk more about his appointment. Congratulations, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Hilton.
What does this mean within you footballing, getting the appointment as the head coach of FC UANC football team, despite there's a bit saga in UANC football team?
It's a good one for me, the personal development, and for the club also, because considering the present situation in the country and the turmoil going on between the owner of the club and the former coach, I think it's the right time. At least the team needs to go on, so that's why they decided to bring me in at this time. So for me, it's a good one, and more feathers to my heart.
You serve Maram Stars in the FA Cup, where you ended third position with the team. You are one of the closest friends with John Kista. You expected a job as a head coach of UANC football team?
Yeah, no, I've never been to my expectation, because it took me unawares. Because for me, there is nothing going on now, so I was just sitting back at my home, doing 1 or 2 things with my area boys. You know, I live in a big community, Kingdom community, work with junior teams there. It was a surprise to me when I had a call that I should take over FC UANC, and for me, it was a good one. I feel delighted over that.
Do you think that you moved UANC from the present situation to a much better one, because the performance of UANC in the 2 league organized by the outgoing executive of the Football Association, we don't see much of UANC in the league. Do you believe that you bring more innovation into UANC football team?
Yeah, I believe I'm up to the task. You know, football is about training and depending on the coach philosophy. My philosophy is always trying to do much better than the person who has been in that position. I know it's going to be a big challenge for me, because considering the coach of FC UANC, John Kista, what he has done with the club, the last time they won the FA Cup, FC UANC already partaken in 2 previous CAF competitions, the CAF Confederation Cup and the CAF Champions League. So I need to do much better than him. So I have to prove to the fans that I can do much better. I have a lot of respect for him, so it's a big challenge, but I like the challenge.
You got your first training this morning with the boys. What was the reception of the boys in the training session?
Yeah, I had a good reception, though not all the players were present, because most of the players, the senior players, are presently training with the national team at the national stadium. So we are putting 1 or 2 mechanisms in place to bring them along, so that we can have a meeting together. I'll finally have to explain to them what my objective are and where I want to take the team to, together with them, because together with the players we can plan and see how best we can achieve whatever we want to achieve together as a team.
Finally, what new UNC will achieve under your regime as a coach?
For now, I think my priority is to stabilize the team, because considering the situation which everybody knows, and especially now that football is not being played in the country, so it gives me a lot of time now to see how best we can work together, bring in 1 or 2 new players to add to the present team, because the Johansa team, they have a very small team, number of players, so we need to bring in other players to see how best we can work together to take the team to another level, because most of the players now are looking for greener pastures. They want to go out.
That's for sure.
And we are open for that, and the club is open to everybody. No matter where the player wants to go and play, we are going to make sure we create the atmosphere, the enabling atmosphere for him, so that he can go out and play wherever he wants to go and play.
Okay, congratulations. We wish you all the best in UNC football team. Well, thanks to Kaloga for being part of News Hour. We wish you all the best in UNC football team. We hope that you take UNC, as you're optimistic that you take UNC from one level to another level, so that they'll continue to win more laureates in the country and also represent the country in international competition. Away from the local scene, in the international scene, the setback for Manchester United over the weekend in the Premier League. They failed to win against Newcastle United. It could be recalled that this is the 7th time for Jose Mourinho failing to win a game against Newcastle at home. So yet to see what Jose Mourinho bring into the Champions League for Manchester United, as the Champions League round of 16 resume on Tuesday and Wednesday. The English managers are optimistic to see how best their team will get to win. Also, Liverpool football team, where Liverpool succeeded over the weekend against Southampton by 2-0 after we saw Mohamed Salah increase his goal tally in the Premier League to 22, chasing Aguero, who scored 4 goals against the Leicester City. So it's a good one for Man City, Liverpool. Not much better performance for Manchester United. Yet to see what Chelsea will deliver against West Bromwich Albion. That's all for sports. Back to Ileana Jawa in the studio.
Well, that's all in a news bulletin file here on Star Television Network, Channel 21. Thank you for watching. I am Leonora Jawara. To stay blessed.